Here is a very simple example to get into the mindset of creating a master sketch for your design. We have sort of a layered cake design here with differently shaped extrusions stacked on top of one another. The approach that most people take when it comes to creating this would be to create the first layer, add a sketch on top of the first layer, extrude, and repeat. There is certainly nothing wrong with this approach, and it is still parametric. However, as a good practice, we want to limit the number of sketches we make. For more complex models, it is often much more prudent to sketch all the major profiles on one plane. Hence the name master sketch. In this case, we would sketch the circle, square, and hexagon all on the same plane. Start the extrude tool. We need to extrude the circle first, but selecting the edge of the circle is not going to work. There are two ways of selecting the profiles here. You can box select from left to right, making sure to include everything within your selection box. Or you can box select from right to left. When you do that, anything that the box comes into contact with gets selected. Enter the required thickness and click OK. At this point, you want to unhide the sketch from the browser. Start the extrude tool again. This time, we need to extrude the square. Pick on the appropriate profiles. Looking at the drawing, we need to extrude 30 mm from the top of the circular extrude. When we start the extrude tool, the default option is to extrude from the profile plane, which is the plane where we created the sketch. Now obviously we can add up the two distances and extrude accordingly. However, a good modeling practice is to avoid doing manual calculations as much as possible to avoid mistakes. Try your best to follow the design intent displayed by the drawing. For the start option, we can choose to start from object. In this case, we want to start from the top face of the circular extrude, so pick on that, and enter the required distance. Now let's repeat the same steps for the hexagonal extrude. Select the profile, start the extrude tool, select from object as the start option, pick on the square face, and enter the required distance. We can rename our sketch Master Sketch for easy identification. Anytime that we need to make changes to the profile, we only need to look for this one sketch.